All right, let's move forward with this Jaw Harp build. We see there's some roughness here. I could leave that, but I want any place that contacts the teeth, I want to be absolutely smooth. Now there's a couple, over the years I've went through different ways of doing this, doing it on a wire wheel, also sanding by hand, using it on stones by hand. You can also use yourself a rotary tool. I'll be tagging these products in the description if anybody's interested, and just get. They have abrasive sponges you can get, and you take your abrasive sponge, starting with more coarse and going down to more fine and going across there. The way I'm going to be doing it, this is the way I've done it in the last couple. This is a work sharp with a Ken onion attachment, and I'm going to be tagging these down in the description and whatnot or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to sell stuff, but if anybody's interested, it helps the channel out, blah, blah, blah. This style of belt grinder or belt sander is made for sharpening knives. It's actually a slack belt. So there's one area that's more slacky, one that's less slacky. You have different attachment where you can take the belts off. Here's a coarse. Like this is extra coarse. Then this is a 65 grit coarse, heading on to finer and finer. They come on and off real easy. I'm not going to start with the coarse. I think the coarse is, what is that, like a 45 or something. Too coarse. Let's go with the 65. Got good results. There is some slight rounding of these outside embouchures, so I wouldn't, or the outside areas of the harp, so I wouldn't use it on the inside embouchures, but I will use it on the outsides. Let me know, are you enjoying these builds? Another thing I'm going to comment, make sure you're wearing safety glasses. Hearing protection is a good deal. Also, a dust mask or a respirator. Protect yourself from fine dust. Here's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be doing this on the slack belt and doing it and then checking. Let's get right into it. And there is a little holder on the side of here where you can lock it in and run. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Put the paint on there. We'll go with that one first. The results of this machine are super, super quick. Just take a little bit and check this out. So it does get hot pretty quickly. And it's cooking right along. That's really easy. Kind of awkward doing this with the camera, but long to put these back out. Provided you don't want too much on one side or the other, you'll take the sharp edges right off. There we go. What I do like about these machines is you can change very, very quickly. And I could have took off metal extremely quickly with the extra cores. And you can do this by hand. I might make a video in the future doing it by hand, but I'm just showing these are the methods I use. Oh, hi! Would you like to say something for the video?
Hello.
Hello. That is my amazing wife who's come in to stare at me. I think it's time to go get my son. So there's some polishing. This is a pretty short video. Polishing of the embouchure. We're going to be next week doing some engraving, and then we're going to be doing more polishing on the inside. Actually, I think I've got a few minutes left. Yeah, if I run, I can pick my son up on time. Let's just demonstrate what we can do with the Dremel for getting these outside and inside areas. Actually, we're going to come over here. I'm not even going to cut. We're just going to come on over. Oh, here's another method I've been using. These are sanding sponges, and this is just a cheaper bench press, but just with a nice sanding sponge in there. I can actually, now I'm not going to do my embouchures because I've got a high level of polish on my embouchures. I'm going to use this for getting the outside of here. I'm going to kind of dress it up a little bit. Won't take off, that sponge won't take off depending on the grit. Won't take off much, but it's also going to do a little bit polishing. A little bit of polish on there, a little bit of smoothness. Tips. That's worn down enough it's not going to, ooh, there we go. That's worn down enough it's not going to put any deeper scratches. I only went with a medium on this. I want to do a little bit of polishing on the inside. Let's just keep this going. Come right over here. Now I'll be tagging all these products in the description if anybody's interested in them. However, any similar rotary tool, including the air-powered ones, is going to work just fine. For the rotary tools, I like the Dremel with the little cap where you can hold down a locking nut and tighten it up. And I'll tag that in the description. However, get whatever you want. You could do all this sanding absolutely by hand with just pieces of sandpaper if you want. You don't have to have fancy tools at all. These inside areas. I do not want to approach the embouchure at all. If I get in the embouchure area, I'm messing up that clean, absolutely flat area that I did. Just getting some polish inside there. Polishing away some scratches. That's all you're doing when you're polishing or smoothing or sanding is putting finer scratches in there. Coarse puts larger scratches. As you get finer, you're putting smaller scratches. Come up to the embouchure area. We're going to move back to the edge. There we go. Because I like to hold it on the edge here. I could also clamp it in the vise. Be sure to wear safety glasses. I'm getting hit with pieces of this sanding sponge as I'm doing this. Protect your eyes, protect them peepers. I've got a good bit of polish on there. I think I'm gonna hit this edge right here. There we go. Any place I'm catching light where I see right there, I can see some scratches where I couldn't get it on the belt sander or belt grinder. There we go. See right there. Right there as well. See the scratches? Let's take them right off. Or at least make them less noticeable, do some more blending. The big sanding sponges work okay, but I find it's best to use a fresh sanding sponge in your Dremel. So getting in there, especially getting around corners. Once these sponges, I think I got for maybe 10 bucks. I got 100 of them. Once they're used, you use one time, and then it's basically done. Next one, we're going to be doing some engraving. So yeah, I feel up and down like that. Ooh, that feels smooth. Before, when I had those lines in there, I could take my fingernail and it would actually catch on those grooves. There's nothing to catch on now. This is well polished. I could polish this more, but this is about all the polishing that I do. There's going to be some, I'm going to be doing some art in the next video, and then we're going to be doing a reed. And later on, once everything is all together, I'll be doing some blending, some flattening, and some contouring for fingers. But yeah, that's pretty good. And yeah, I'll link in the description for the couple things I've used. If somebody buys one, I get a portion of that, and I'll just take that whatever money I make, put it back toward the harps. But I'm not making these to really make any money. I'm trying to spread the word. I saw some scratches there. Spread the word on jaw harps and how to make them, and get some content out there on how to build. There's not a lot of content. A lot of people and makers are not comfortable sharing their methods. So I'm like, I don't care. I'll share the methods that I've learned. And also a few people have taught me. So anyways, yeah. Bam. Want to make it about a 20-minute video? There we go. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, and keep them oiled. But most of all, be good to each other. I love y'all. Harp out.